Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Monkey Juice commentary. I'm here. We're getting ready. You see, I've dressed up nice and sharp because it is the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League Season 5 Finals. We're just around 15 minutes away from kickoff time. I've got Pyro TJ and Mumbo Jambo on standby. They're getting ready. They're just helping their players stretch off at the pitch side and get ready for the game. So thank you very much for joining me. It's great to have you here. And what I want to do is just spend a little bit of time. Let's have a look at these teams. So the teams did an amazing job in the semi-finals. They were the underdogs in their respective games. We had some incredible scenes from those matches. Really, really good to watch. And I'm thinking that it's going to be another nail-biter. The other day, we had the third place playoffs, and that was just stupendous. It was excellent. If you didn't get a chance to see that, do go check out that video. You should be able to watch it on my Twitch channel. Now, the Twitch videos, they normally last for about 14 days, but if you get a Twitch subscription to my channel, then you can continue to watch those for up to 2 months. Anyway, let's have a look, see at these amazing teams. Hello, Ninja Bread Man. Nice to have you joining us. Very exciting times. Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Orc Bashman with pipe. 1500 TV. Let's have a look. We use red hats, their motto. Let's have a look at that team. A lot of green. Here we go. So 12 players on the roster. It's nice to have a little bit of muscle. Before we get stuck in as well, I just want to say a big thank you to Ninja da Teroa for the follow. Much appreciated. Yes, thank you, Ninja Bread Man. Well, I thought, you know, I'd better dress sharp. Dress sharp for the TRBBL Season 5 Finals. You know, you got to look good. You got to be in your Sunday best. That's the way I think. Nice. So yeah, let's have a look at this team. So these are the interesting thing about these is their names are the numbers that they are on the roster in binary. I don't know. I didn't make the team, but it's an interesting concept. So here they are, Treble 01, a beautifully developed player. That's a blitzer for their team. So what we're looking at, we've got block, mighty blow, tackle, jump up. He's looking pretty ferocious. All the blitzers looking really nice. We've got 0010 is also looking very good here. Nice blodger. 0011, a rapid player, racing all over the pitch. He did a really good job last game. Extra movement, so movement 7, really fast. Tackle, mighty blow, and frenzy. So watch out on those sidelines. He's going to be sending the players off into the crowd. 0100, the fourth and final blitzer. There's a little bit of guard there just to help the team out, and that'll be good, I think, against the Dark Elves. I can't remember. I don't think they have very much guard, but we're going to check those out in just a moment. The Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. Some of the Black Orcs here, 2 of them pretty experienced players. 2 of them here are just rookies for now. So it'll be interesting to see how they feel going into this game, whether they're going to be able to match up to the players that they're going to be against. There's some seriously experienced players in the Dark Elf team. Of course, we've got the thrower here, a nicely developed player. So we've got a blodge thrower, nice little ball carrier. So 1001, definitely one to watch out for. And then the rest are linemen. So a nice fleshed out team there. 3 rerolls, 1 apothecary. So apothecary hoping to patch people up. 8 fan factor, a popular team, a very popular team. And that is Orc Bashman with pipe. I was a little bit confused by this name here, but I have been advised that it is Orc Bashman with pipe. So there we go. Hopefully these orcs will be bashing Dark Elves. That's what their fans will be thinking. Let's take a look then at their opponents. So we have Heartbreakers. Boom. Look at that. 15-20s. There's not a lot between the teams. 15-20 here. Let's take a look. So we can already see we've got a witch there. We've got a few blitzers. One of those blitzers is definitely one to watch out for. This team's motto, all they need is someone trying to kill them. Let's have a look. So Johnny Sins had a great game. He'd definitely been flexing his way to the top. He was just a star of that show. Johnny Sins always on his feet. Sadly, we missed out on Bim Bambino. He'd suffered a really bad injury. I think he has a bad back, if memory serves. Let's take a quick look. Yep, a bad back injury that kept him out of the semi-finals game. He's back for the finals, but will that back come and bite him? But yeah, movement 8, so really quick player. Strength 4, very strong. And of course we've got block, dodge, mighty blow. So a hell of a player on the Dark Elf team. As I say, a lot of experienced players on this team, so a lot for the Orcs to have to deal with. Then, who else we're looking at? Hot Pot Harry. Hot Pot Harry didn't have a bad game last match, actually. So that's another blodger, this time mighty blow and tackle. That's not necessarily going to come into play too often, but against players such as the ball carrying thrower, that's going to be really helpful. So yeah, a nice set of blitzers there. Sadly, one blitzer missing. Maybe, you know, I can't say what happened to the team earlier. We'll take a little look at their history, see how they've done against similar teams in the past. Rambazamba did have a fairly good game. Sadly, he's missing this one. I wonder what he came away with. Fractured arm. Yep, that's going to keep you out of a match. So Rambazamba Ron not taking part in this one, but we still have players like Wabi Sabi Wilson. The kickoff, oh hi Monk Strength, nice to have you with us. Kickoff is in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go before kickoff. So you have Wabi Sabi Wilson, kick player. The kick came into play quite a lot. It has come into play quite a lot in these playoffs. And block as well. Nice. We've got a couple of block linemen there. And of course we've got Espresso Enthusiast. Loki Boy. Are we on BST? So 1800 UTC is 1900 BST. Or 1800 GMT plus 1. I don't know. I don't know how to keep up with all these different time zones. The most important thing is 5 minutes time. 5 minutes time is kickoff. So while I'm looking through these teams, if you need to go and make yourself a drink, if you need to quickly go to the toilet, now's the time to do it. 5 minutes time, the players, they're poised and they're ready. Like I said, they're stretching off at the sidelines, getting ready to go on the pitch. So now's the time to go and do that kind of stuff. Yeah, so dirty player here with Espresso Enthusiast. He's definitely going to be one to watch out for, rushing in and getting the foot in, getting the boot in on a few players on the ground. We have our runner, a block runner, very nice. Block catch runner, so kickboxing unicorn, another one to watch. Hi there, Walhanshu. Walhanshu rooting for the Orcs. And then the witch, Gertrude Gutrip, also suffering from a damaged back. So she is suffering. But block tackle, she's another one to watch out for. Not terribly experienced, but experienced enough to be something to worry about for these Orcs. So yeah, definitely ones to keep an eye out for. So let's have a look real quick. Yeah, absolutely Nocturum. Well, I tell you what, if it's anything like the last 3 matches, both semi-finals were some of the best games I've seen. Really was like, I wasn't even playing and I had sweaty palms. And, you know, it was really, really close, really to the wire. And I just couldn't tear myself away. And then with the 3rd place playoffs that we had the other day, they were also... That was also a brilliant match. Went all the way into overtime, clock ticking down, and we honestly thought we were going to get to kicks. And that was another great game. Yeah, good. So you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, Nocturum. Absolutely fantastic games. Real nail biters. really, really good. And I imagine it's going to be just like that again with this game. Some seriously high caliber coaches in these playoffs. So let's have a quick look. So of course we had that semi-final against Grubsnick's boys, and Grubsnick's boys were a tour de force. Really strong set of players. Eldril Sidewinder, absolutely useless. Failed almost every single... Oh, thanks Ninja Breadman. Well, hey, look, I wouldn't have as many viewers as I do if it wasn't for the TRBBL, all of you who watch from there, and all of my other followers who follow the stream. Big shout out to all of you. Okay, so they're going to send the invite in about 2 minutes, so I'll be really quick. That semi-finals, Eldril Sidewinder, totally useless, definitely didn't deserve the MVP, and they managed to overcome a very, very strong Orc team, despite the shortfalls of Eldril Sidewinder. Now, they did have a wizard on their side that time, but I think, you know, it still would have been pretty close. So, let's have a look. Orc Bash man with pipe. They faced off against, so they did really well against the Necro. That was a very close match. Yeah, Jose, yeah, I'll leave you to figure out whether or not I've got anything else on below the camera line. So they've played against a few different teams. They've done pretty well for themselves. Of course, Orc Bash man with pipe. Oh, what's this? Wood Elf team. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. Was the underdog in their match against the Necro, and they are also the wild card. So, yeah, it's just amazing to see how well they've done. That's my team, Marum Tornadoes. They had their very last game of the season today. It was a 1-1 draw against Dwarves, and it was rough. A lot of snake eyes. But if you want to watch that kind of thing, you can watch it on the video for that. It should still be on the Twitch. Of course, you'll only be able to watch that for 14 days. After that time, it will go off. But you can watch it for up to 60 days if you subscribe to the channel. And of course, you can do that very easily and for free with Twitch Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, then you can subscribe to our channel. Let's have a look, just see. I don't imagine that they'll have started playing just yet. Thank you very much for the follow, Nocturum. Much appreciated. Yeah, nothing just yet, so that'll be one to keep an eye out for. But yeah, so you can obviously now subscribe, which is excellent. Thank you, Voice of Jericho, for the follow. And again, that's totally down to all of you who watch and support the stream, and also all of the support that I've got from the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League. If you don't already play in them, I think they still have openings for Season 6. Get over there, check it out. It's absolutely fantastic little league. That's what he wears for all the BB games. But yeah, so thank you ever so much to all of you who support the stream and for getting us to where we are, because of course we are now affiliate, and that's just absolutely fantastic. Something I didn't think was going to happen for the longest time. Anyway, let's have a look, see if our coaches have got underway. Nothing just yet. They'll be getting ready. Thank you, Under the Glow, for the follow. Much appreciated. Just let them know on the chat. Here we go. Yeah. I just wish them both luck. What we're hoping to do is get a chat with them. Of course, we won't be able to go and have a look until they have done that. Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll get a chance to chat with them after the game. So if you have questions you want to put to them, let me know. I'll make sure to try and get them down, ready for when we do that little catch-up with the two teams. No result just yet. It tends to not come up until they are past the stage of inducements. Under the Glow, you've signed up for Season 6. Yeah, it'll be... I mean, if it's anything like this season, I have enjoyed it. I have a lot of... I don't mind saying I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to playing games online. And Oh, excellent. Thank you for the host deck. Much appreciated. Yeah, I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to playing online. But I've always felt welcome with TRBBL. Always. Okay. Got a couple of TRBBL matches on, but not their game just yet. We're going to keep checking just for now. There we go. Here we go. We're going in. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Voice of Jericho, you were saying you're back in for season 6. Had 2 pre-seasons. Oh, that's a question for Ninja Bread Man. When it's likely to start. Absolutely, Benny Beautiful. They most certainly do. Summoning of magical transmission signal at the moment. Here we are. Ooh. How did they manage that? Wow, wow, wow. Well, I tell you something, folks, we have Ripper. If any of you know, by the way, how I can get a free camera and move this camera around, I would be very grateful if you could let me know in the chat so that we can get front face. I suppose we could switch view so we can get a look at the beautiful Ripper in the stripes of Orc Bashman with pipe. C might do it. I think that changes the type of camera. Look at that. Ripper absolutely pivotal in the game with when they played last, if memory serves, in the semis. So let's have a look. Knuffles Altar. Ooh, we've got some music in the background. This is interesting. Yeah, so during the inducements phase, stars are only 50 less. Nice. Hello, Chunksar. Right click and drag. Maybe if I go to free. Hello, Elwidgerino. Nice to have you joining us. Great to have you with us. No, not working. Oh, well. Oh, thank you very much, Chunksar. Yeah, absolutely. I thought, well, I can't, you know, I've got to dress for the occasion. It's the Season 5 finals. Needs to be done. Needs to be done. Excellent. So we've got Ripper on the team. So this is going to get interesting. I'm wondering what Heartbreakers went for. So they've got the Fame. They've got an Apothecary. But no inducements as far as I can see. And of course, we've got Ripper on here. How did he get away with that? Craziness. Let's have a look. We've got a Loner Blitzer. You know, we've got the Journeyman lineman. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable, Jeff. Alright, Loki boy, we'll catch you soon. Yeah, here we go. I've got the mug as well to match. You know, I've come with everything. Necklace, rooting for Mumbo there. We've got fans of both sides here. I wonder if that's just the extra skills. There we go. And there he is, the man himself. Oh, if I can get to him. There he is. Bim Bambino. Look at that. The face of a star in the making. A hell of a player. Bim Bambino missed out on the semi-finals. He's back. And he's ready to give it all he's got. We've got Johnny Sins back there. Was a great player in the semi-final game. Having to do a lot of the carrying for the team. Here we go. They're off, folks. Balls in the air. Heartbreakers. It's a nice high kick. So you get to put anyone they like under the ball. Let's have a look, see who they pick. Yeah. Bim Bambino. Kickboxing Unicorn straight under there. Scoops the ball out from the air. No problem. It'll take a bit to beat Davo. Yeah. Well, he had well over 100. It was amazing. Amazing. But if there's anyone to watch, he's the guy. So just a shove there from Bim Bambino. I think he'll just be, you know, just trying to keep his composure. A shove from Johnny Sins, conserving his energy. Sensible. Johnny Sins racing in there. Let's have a look at Johnny Sins. There he is, look. Beautiful. What a hero. Okay, folks. Hot Pot Harry has a go. It's a good shot against 1011. Slams into the lineman. It's a great hit. Boom! 1011 off already. The Dark Elves. Whoa, broken ribs too. Ouch. That is rough. They do have an Apo. It's not worth it for the lineman. Gethrin. The Journeymans come to help out the Heartbreakers. Full inducements, yes, full inducements. So no inducements for either team apart from Ripper, who is playing for Orc Bashman with Pipe. Yeah, it's not. I wondered if they were letters, but actually, Pyro was saying, "Ooh, it's okay." Yeah, no, it's a good block. Oh, it's not a good block. Oh dear. Getting the stun there, so that's... Yeah, it's binary, and they're just numbers. So I thought, oh cool, well if they are letters, then I can call them by the letters. Nope, just numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Chunksar. Thank you. That's right. Well, a short turn for the Elves, but they've already managed to remove one of the Orcs. The Orcs now down a player. Ah, that's true. Yep. Number 6. Maybe that's what we should do, Ek. I tell you what, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than me having to try to... So I can remember some players, but I have to hover over a lot of them. Ooh, it's a great shot there. Mr. Clean Jr. Okay, he's going to be back up soon. Ripper there. Looking positively ferocious. The Orcs also being a little bit tentative. I imagine they won't want to go in hell for leather just yet. We want to take the time. Want to take their time. There we go. Number 6. Running up to occupy Wabi Sabi Wilson and Helia. Wabi Sabi Wilson, of course, the kicker on the team. Well, they were both strength 4 Delph Blitzers, and I think they're just they're just conserving their energy. They want to get the big hits in a little bit later. It's either that or they're just not pushing their weight, pulling their weight, and Hot Pot Harry decided he was going to do something about it, injuring that poor lineman. Okay. So the Orcs still looking pretty tough. Nice little defense there. Trying to make it as awkward as possible for the Elves. Both sides clearly not wanting to get too in the face of the other, because they've got some pretty formidable players on both sides here. But that's not what the fans want. We want more broken ribs like we had earlier. There will be plenty of that, I feel, in this game. They don't call them the Lifetakers for nothing. Oh, some serious thought going into this turn now. The elves trying to decide what to do next. Having a good think here. The elves thinking very hard about what to do. About to jump into action. Here they go. Okay. The aptly named Mexican standoff runs up to the face of number 7 to continue the Mexican standoff. It is a formidable wall of orcs, Westy Coast. You're absolutely right. Just more pushes from Bim Bambino. The fans will have been very excited to see him come back to join the team. Hopefully they won't be disappointed by his performance. So far, you know, he's not done so great, just pushes. But I've got a feeling that the powers will come very soon. Okay, we've got Espresso Enthusiast running up the wide zone there. Okay, Wabi Sabi Wilson just dodging away from number 6. Heading over to the centre of the field. Jumping up off the ground. That's Mr. Clean Jr. trying to get away from Ripper. I wouldn't want to be in his position with Ripper breathing down my neck either. Let me know in the chat if there are any issues at all with the stream. Here we go, all this action for the very last handful of seconds here. Just a shove. Ooh. The Witch racing into the centre field. And that's where it's going to end for the Dark Elves. Yeah, let me know in the chat if there's any issues with the stream. Having some problems with skipped frames, apparently. If there is some issue, then we'll try and sort that out as soon as possible. Okay, so the elves managing to keep their distance. I'm going to keep you guessing, Nocturne. Yeah, that's right, El Widgerino. They're doing their best to keep their distance. They don't want to give away any easy hits. Just testing. Testing, you know, testing for weaknesses. Testing for weaknesses. That's what it is. Tactful, careful, sly. Everything a Dark Elf would be. The Orcs, they just want to charge up. They just want to get in the face of the Elves. We can see that. Ooh, it's a good hit. A good hit there by number 1. Knocks his player down. He'll be back up next turn though. The Orc defense nicely spread here. Hard really to spot weakness. There we go. Ripper moving up the field. Just starting to turn those screws a little bit. Getting that pressure. Pressure on the Dark Elves. All commando chunks are. What can I say? It's a pretty tough orc defense here. A lot of strength on this team. Ripper looks intimidating, he certainly does. Let's get a close up here. Look at that. Look at that grimace. Those fangs. Look at that chainmail fist. Ugh. Yeah, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. There we go. Number 4. Just going across to keep that wide zone under control. Here we have, I believe, is number 2. Also helping out with the wide zone. I wonder if the Dark Elves are going to be trying to pull apart that orc defense. Just spread them out nice and thin so they can poke a hole through and race through. They're definitely going to be going for the late score by the looks of things. Very good Galantrin there. Mumbo. Galantrin says Mumbo has good practice winning a Premier Division that was very bash heavy. So they'll be well versed in avoiding the nasty hits. I mean, looking at the team, there are very few players left. So I can understand if it was bash heavy, why there were so few players. It's a good hit by Bim Bambino. Ooh, great shot. Knocks down the orc there, races around. Just penetrating that defense, coming down this wide zone. Welcome to the stream. If any of you have just joined us recently, make sure, if you haven't already, to follow the stream. And if you want to, we're affiliate now, you can now subscribe. Ooh, a beautiful pass. Little handoff there by Kickboxing Unicorn to Hot Pot Harry. Hot Pot Harry with the ball. The question is, what's he going to do with it? Has the Elven patience run out here? Are they going to try and race down the pitch? What's the plan, I wonder? Interesting. Hot Pot Harry coming down the field with the ball there. Very open. Oof. How are they going to get anyone down there to look after him? Here we go. Espresso. Ooh, struggling to get the push across the field. Yeah, Eck, that's a good one. I probably want to put that to him as well. That's a strange one. Hot Pot Harry. Very isolated. Maybe he's going for the quicker score than we thought. Time is ticking away here as well. Ooh, makes a scary dodge. Ooh, just pushes a little further, but I wonder, Gethrin, perhaps showing his lack of experience, maybe would have been better going into just a square a bit further back, because it's going to be hard for him to get in the way of any orcs that come racing down to hit this ball carrier. We've got figures, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, I suppose, but he could go here. We've got some seriously formidable players who could chase down this ball carrier. Now, bearing in mind, Hot Pot Harry, very experienced player himself, very light on his feet, able to stay on his feet even when being pressured and blitzed or hit by some big, tough players. You can tell that he's been hardened and well weathered by his experience playing against other Bashi teams. Let's have a look. Is that a panic play? It might work, but it's not a great idea. Could be Volhanshu. Lots of hits for the Orcs. Chunksar. Maybe his Mumbo feels like he can handle the Orcs on the defense. I wonder if that's what he's thinking. It's the ball carrier is very open. That's the only thing I can think is, you know, how difficult is it going to be to get men across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's his tackle zone out of the way. Oh, I think we're about to see that now. Tackle zone taken care of. Ooh, a cheeky go for it as well, just to, oh, get the guard in there. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think that's number 4. Oh, it's a good hit. Wow, that's going to be costly. Hot Pot Harry is taken down by number 1. The ball is loose in 2 Orc tackle zones. Whoa! Number 1 and number 4 teaming up against Hot Pot Harry there. The ball is now loose. Here we go. This is number 3 having a go. Getting a great shot against Espresso Enthusiast. Knocks his player down. Espresso Enthusiast on the ground there. Ripper fancies himself a go. Gets a good hit against Mexican Standoff. Shoves him to the ground. Comes to lend a hand to the rest of the team. An early turnover there. Racing down to midfield-ish is number 6. Yep, number 6. Number 2, running down to Mark Gethrin. Very aware that he could leap in and scoop up the ball there. Nice. Yeah, that's right, quick draw. Really nice blitzers. The blitzers have developed really well on both teams. It's just a shame. I think they have one missing on the Dark Elf teams. The Heartbreakers-Lifetakers must have lost him at some point. We've been hearing about how their division was very bash heavy, so I think the team has definitely taken quite a pounding as a result of that. The Witch and Bim Bambino, so Gertrude and Bim Bambino both have damaged backs, so that could come into play later on if they're not careful. Yeah, I can't help but wonder, you know, it's just showing Gethrin's, perhaps his lack of experience, being only a journeyman, probably could have been a little bit further back, just to try and get in the way a little bit of the Orc coming in, number 1 coming in for that blitz. But, you know, when you just pick up journeymen off the street, some of the risks that you get into, because you don't know how well they're going to play, because they can pour all kinds of honey in your ear when they want to get their cash, but when they get on the field it could be a totally different story. Maybe that's what we're seeing here with Gethrin. Johnny Sins running up to try and deal with number 12 here. Can't help but feel like he's a little bit wasted in the backfield. I guess staying there just in case there's a breakthrough. Ooh, here we go. It's just a push from Bim Bambino. Definitely not been on form. Ooh. Okay, so the ball is now loose. next to 2 orcs. Not ideal. I imagine he's probably hoping for it to bounce somewhere over here. Thank you very much for the subscription, Nocturum. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Bim Bambino running around, just putting a little bit of pressure on the ball. Doesn't want the orcs to pick it up too easily. Yeesh. Not a nice scatter for the Dark Elves, who are now on the back foot quite a bit. Doesn't take a lot for the Dark Elves to pick up, or any elf team to pick up the ball and swoop in for a score, but it's going to make it a lot more difficult with all those orcs around. Ooh, espresso enthusiast, managing to get away there. Hot Pot Harry sneaks away from the orcs. Tags that ball. Yeah, I don't see it happening. What's he going to do? Mumbo Jumbo still has players on the ground over here. The clock is ticking down. Oh, tries to pick up the ball. We were saying about... Oh, my word! Whoa! Ho ho! Gethrin really showing his inexperience. Accidentally, in trying to pick up the ball, handed it over to number 4, who now is carrying the ball. That is a Blodgard blitzer, very experienced blitzer on this team, carrying the ball. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That is not what the Dark Elves wanted at all. Here we go. It's a good hit from number 1. A fantastic hit from number 1. Gethrin knocked out. Oof. That is rough. He's cost these Dark Elves quite a lot in the short time he's been on the field. Here we go. Blitz incoming here from number 3. Oh, it's another great shot. Number 3 knocking down Hot Pot Harry, making Hot Pot Harry regret trying to run down the field. Ended up isolating himself, and now they are being punished for it. Yikes. And there we go. There we have it, folks. That's number 4, if memory serves. Number 4 races up the field, ready to cage up with the rest of his team. Wow. The face of this game has changed rapidly. The Elves were in a good position. It was interesting to see them hand the ball off over here. Not surprising when you see him racing down, isolating himself. Ripper fancies himself a try, gets a good hit against Helia. The Witch is looking lonely. Yeah, she's got a lot of green to deal with on her own. Having said that, Johnny Sins just over here. Whoa, it's a good shot by Ripper. Yeah, gives himself a bonk on the head. Obviously pretty proud of himself. Yeah, we've got Johnny Sins over here as well. Will no doubt want to lend a hand. We were talking before about the players being 1 up, having removed an orc, the Dark Elf players, but now the Dark Elves might start to suffer. Okay, Espresso running up the field. He's marking up that cage. This is tense, folks. What are we going to see with Bim Bambino? What are we going to see with Johnny Sins? Is Johnny Sins going to try to go in? It's a 2, 3, 4 plus. It's a tough dodge into there. It's a pretty experienced player. It's lucky Westy Coast. I think it'll be interesting to see. I think that's what the fans will be wanting to see. Cheering from the stands. They want to see Johnny Sins. Racing into that cage. Look at these posts. Can't stand the posts. Here we go. Wabi Sabi Wilson sneaks away from number 5. Also marks a corner. The Dark Elves now looking to try and slow the cage down. Chunks out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure that during the downtime we're checking on the Witch Owl. There you go. There she is. Look at her hair is huge. There you go, Chunks out. She just blew you a kiss. She must have seen you in the crowd, cheering her on. She blew you a little kiss. Ooh, it's a good hit by Mr. Clean Jr. That frees up Johnny. Johnny Sins there. Pretty notorious player. It's a tough blitz. A tough blitz. We have, on standby, Kickboxing Unicorn. Could well be around to scoop the ball up if it gets loose. I don't know. Oh, it's a tough call. This is how it gets, folks. Ninja Bread Man, you reckon the best chance now is to try for the 0-0 at half-time for the Delves? She's left alone in the back. Yeah. She certainly is. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Speak of the devil. And she shall arrive. Gertrude Gutrip runs down. In the event that this doesn't work out, looks like, oh, we don't get the brilliant cage dive we wanted. Johnny Sins really struggling there to sneak past number 7 and number 6. They did their job. I think that was number 7 managed to swipe his legs out from underneath him. Oof. Yeah, get him while he's down. Okay. Some pressure on Bim Bambino. There's number 5 piling on the pressure. Here we see number 1 races up. It's just a push. Just to try and... Ooh, no, he looked like he was just going to shove him. He tries a little bit harder this time to get... Oh, nice. Manages to get the takedown. Doesn't hurt him too badly. Yep, I think you're right. Arctic Antarctic wins. These Blackhawks, very slow, and they will trudge up the field very slowly, and it'll be far too easy to bog them down. And that's what I think even just these few elves are going to be doing. The Orcs really need to be trying to removing some of the elves, but that's easier said than done. Got an important player down here. Number 2, number 3. Number 3 down here really needs to be moving up just to give that cage a little bit of speed, the speed it desperately needs. Okay, maybe they're looking to move the cage to one side. Interesting idea. Ripper bearing down on that witch elf. You can just about see her there. She looks pretty fearless. in the face of that big blue monstrosity. Eck, no. Not that I could see. So we've got an Apothecary. And then here, Apothecary. And the Fame is on the side of Mumbo Jumbo and his Dark Elf Heartbreaker-Lifetakers. So no Wizard. We do have an Uffle Altar. The weather's nice. Uffle's Altar just made Ripper a little bit cheaper. There we go. Wabi Sabi Wilson chortling in the face of number secret. Number 2. As he just gets shoved to one side. Down here, Bim Bambino. Very much out of the action. And glaring at the face of number 5. Thank you very much for the follow. Capped Fortune. Much appreciated. Gertrude racing off. Why no orc hit in the left channel? What here? Number... Oh, which number was that? 12. Number 12 only stood up. So he was taken down by Mr. Clean previously. He stood up and now glaring at Mr. Clean Jr. incensed at having been knocked down earlier. Ooh. Cheeky little dodge there from Hot Pot Harry. Gets away, tries to get back into the action. No worries, Owidgerino. Bambino still stuck at the back there. Really great player who would make a big difference further up the field. Yes, little Yoshi, I certainly am. I thought it best, you know, we're here at the finals, you know, what kind of a commentator would I be if I wasn't wearing the obligatory suit? You know, it's got to be done. The real question everyone is asking is what I'm wearing below the camera level. But that's for me to know. Mr. Clean Jr. making his way across. We were saying about how slow this cage would be. The time is ticking down for the Orcs. And they haven't got very far. They've not even managed to get into the other half just yet. So we've still got Johnny Sins on the ground. Here we go. Bim Bambino racing across for the blitz. It's a good hit against number... It's a secret number. Can't tell you. I think that's 3. Don't quote me on it. Here we go. Johnny Sins also moving in. Putting some pressure on the ball carrier. It's a good hit from Mexican Standoff. That frees up Kickboxing Unicorn. I feel like I'm commentating a horse race with all these crazy names. Racing down the field, Wabi Sabi Wilson. Is Kickboxing Unicorn going to go and join him? I think he is. There we go. Slowing down that Orc advance. I think Ninja Bedman, you might be right. 0-0 at the half is probably what they're going to go for. They're going to try to turn that ball over. But time is ticking down now. Oof. Thank you very much, Volhanshu. The tactics for moving the cage left. It's a good question, Elwidgerino. I don't know. What it has done, undoubtedly unintentionally, is given the Dark Elves a chance to regroup, gather together and start forming this screen here. And I think that's going to be... that's going to be all she wrote as far as a cage advance goes. Yeah, that's right. And also it's so easy then for the Dark Elves to begin to push up against that sideline and crush the Orcs off the pitch. With that elf around, you don't want that kind of thing happening. The thing that is going to be interesting to see is how are they going to get the Dark Elves away from that cage. Nice! A good hit there by Ripper. Earning his inducement money. He's turned to faces now. Look at that. Look at those glowing eyes. Beautiful ear piercings. I believe he chose them especially for the match. It's a good shot there by number 1. A great shot against Johnny Sins. Ooh, that's Johnny Sins going to be out of action for a little while. Definitely winded him there. Ripper, he's been absolutely fantastic in just about every game I've watched him in. He's played brilliantly. And with Nuffled Zolta here, of course, he is 50,000 gold cheaper. It's a good hit against Bim Bambino. A great hit against Bim Bambino, who's only stunned. That's lucky for him. Don't forget, he already has a damaged back. So you can see here he's got a damaged back. And that, you know, I definitely feel like that's going to come back to bite him in this game. I would have thought so. I would have thought Underworld gets Ripper. I haven't got my rulebook to hand. I should go and get that actually. Continue on. I'm going to get my rulebook and I'm going to check that out for you. Let's have a quick look. All mouth and no trousers. Underworld teams. No, they don't get Ripper. They get Morgenthau. Bolter Vector, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, also XXDMM1XX. Thank you also for the follow. Very much appreciated. It's great to have you with us. Okay, the Dark Elves just regrouping, reforming that line. All they need to do is stop the score, and then they have a chance to turn over in the next half. The Orcs, they're just not going to make... I just don't see them making it down the pitch in 2 turns, but we'll soon find out. Ooh. It is tense. That's right, Zopra. All dressed up for the finals. You got to. What kind of a commentator would I be if I wasn't dressed up for finals? You got to have a commentator suit on. You have to. It's obligatory. Any excuse to dress up. Here we go. All those elves rolling over. A cacophony of noise. How can they possibly get further down the field? It might be that the Orcs are quite happy receiving the Orcs having received the having kicked this half, might be quite happy to go into the next half 0-0 and just very slowly trudge the ball up the field to score and win 1-0. Could be what they're going for. You know, the pressure isn't on them really. Yep, remove as many players as possible, get as many hits as they can, and they've been doing a good job of that, to be fair. Ooh, great shot there, for example. Number 2 getting a good hit. And yeah, just smash some elves, ready for the next half. Could be little Yoshi. Yep. I better be liquoring that bottle. No. No, I'm afraid not. Oh man, it's so hot here. I just don't know if I could handle an alcoholic drink. So just badly hurt. Use the Apo there on Bim Bambino. No casualty. I said it was going to come back to bite him. Ooh. Thankfully for Bim Bambino and Mumbo Jumbo, he's not off for the game. That must have been terrifying. Must have been terrifying. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. A beautiful little stamp down there. Power Apo, yeah. Look at that. Bim Bambino surrounded by orcs. And this is exactly it. It's going to be trying to... Not Bim Bambino. That's Johnny Sins. Well, he's probably next, to be fair. But yeah, Bim Bambino was surrounded by orcs. That's the Apo gone. So anything they can do now is going to be really awful. Yeah, great foul there. Very nice foul. I think the Dark Elves are just going to have to sit back and watch, because unless Johnny Sins gets out of there, there's going to be another one on the cards. Yeah, that's absolutely right, El Widgerino. That's a good question. Not familiar with this league. Total Relax Blood Bowl League. Team come back next season. Can do. That's a good question though. Could ask them at the end is whether they'll be taking their teams next season. The elves, they know when the time's up. That's it. Running to safety. Sensible, if you ask me. Exactly, El Widgerino, yep. Ooh, a good shot by Hot Pot Harry against number 7. A great shot by Hot Pot Harry. Ooh. It's just a stun. Number 7 will be back in the next half. Johnny Sins really needs to get out of there. But not before. Hot Pot Harry just takes a little dash backwards. Doesn't want to get caught up in the fray. Here we go. Hot Pot Harry makes it away from the orcs. I wonder if they're going to chase him down. I wonder if they'll chase him down. One blitz, one foul. Absolutely. Who are they going to pick on? That's what I want to know. Who are they going to go for? Okay, Orchids. So both are thinking about bringing the team back. Well, what we're going to do is at the end of this match, we'll have a little post-match get-together with the coaches, and I'll put that to them. We can just ask them, you know, are you going to be bringing this team back? We can hear what they have to say. Yeah, well, what I tend to do is we have what I like to call the locker room. We'll go back, we'll have a look at the team's performance in the game, and then we'll have a little chat with the coaches. Oh, a good hit there by number 3. It's not enough to hurt him. Looks like he's going to go for the throw. It's a beautiful throw and a catch. Absolutely wonderful. The passing plays with the Orcs, the Green Elves showing their stuff. Ripper taking up the full view there, but it was number 1 caught that ball. There he is, very pleased with himself. Look at the pride in those eyes. Look at that. And there we go. That's the end of the half. What a tough half that was for the Dark Elves. They were doing really good job staying patient. Looked like they were trying to race the ball down the pitch and just pushed it a little too far. So we've got that one orc who's still out for the count. The knockout stays out for this half, for this drive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they are down one man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is this? What? What is the... How on earth did he get Bomber Dribble Snot? He must have had a hell of a treasury. Bomber's joining in. What? He's come to play. Okay. Wow. Wow. Bomber and Ripper have come to get stuck in. I don't know what to say, folks. That's going to be interesting. Only 10k with the altar. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Bomber against elves. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Well, in any case, folks, now is a great time for you to have a little break. The coaches are going to get setting up. They tend to have a break at about this time. And yeah, now is a great time for you to just catch a moment, have a breather, and let's have a look. Yeah, now's a good time to go and have a breather. And if you need to get a drink, grab a drink. If you need to go to the bathroom, anything like that, now's the time to do it. I'm just going to, for those of you who don't have Prime, we're just going to have an ad break. And we'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to go and get a drink. So we'll see you very soon. Chunkstar. Well, Chunkstar, whatever you miss, you can always catch on my YouTube channel when I upload this finals, as I tend to have all the matches that I stream on here. Or if you can't wait until I've uploaded it, you can always go back and watch the Twitch video of this stream. That'll be on our channel, and it'll only be up there for 14 days, unless you subscribe, in which case you'll be able to view it for up to 60 days. Chris, hi, other Chris. I'm wearing a suit. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription, Voice of Jericho. I really appreciate that. All of the support from all of you is absolutely fantastic, so thank you very much. Yeah, why am I in a suit? Because it's the final. You look like me when I go to Champions League final Football Manager. Absolutely. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Loki boy. Oh, also, Bolter Vector, thank you for your follow. I must have been away when that happened, so thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's the final of season 5. I got to wear my suit. You know, I got to look the part. What kind of a commentator would I be? Thank you very much for the subscription, Chewy Nation. Thank you. Yeah, I've got to do it. I am in season 6, Selwidgerino. Yeah, I'm going into season 6 with my Hopeless High Elf team, the Marham Tornadoes. Yeah, they're going into season 6. It's not a bad team, to be fair. It's shaping up pretty nice. Huzzah, I was just saying, well, you know, it's the finals of the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League Season 5, and I'm supposed to be commentating some finals games. I got to wear my suit. I got to look the part. What kind of a commentator would I be if I wasn't in a suit, you know? Or was it someone was saying earlier, channeling my inner McNamara? There we go. Well, talking of unbelievable, that first half, there was a pretty incredible play from the Dark Elves there, isolating Hot Pot Harry, and then we saw some pretty rookie scenes with... Ooh, okay, we've got the kick. Gedthrin. Yeah, some pretty awful scenes with Gedthrin, who really struggled. I've just spotted now down at the bottom, he's still unconscious. Oh, the fans are on the side of the Lifetakers, cheering them on. Here we go. On the Dark Elf side of the pitch now, with the Orc advancing. I love that Elwidgerino. I believe it too. I really do believe that you wear that full kit. Okay, we're getting off to a good start. A good hit from number 1. He has been on fire. Fantastic hit from number 1. He's been getting hit after hit. Espresso Enthusiast is taking quite a beating in this game as well, but managing to stick around. Doing a good job. Nice. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover from that image in my mind, Ninja Bread Man. Thank you. Arctic Antarctic Winds, dressed like a Norse Blitzer. Excellent. There's that that young woman who does cosplay, who has a human Blitzer costume. I'll try and find her details at some point. If any of you know who I'm talking about, then do put up a link to either her Instagram or something like that in the chat. And she dresses up as this human Blitzer. It's all stuff she's made herself. Superb outfit, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it boggles the mind. The detail she's gone into as well is fantastic. Ooh, a good shot there by number 8. God, I'm terrible with these binary numbers. Number 8, yeah. Knocks down Wabi Sabi Wilson, but he's going to be back up. Get her on for the next show. Yeah. That'd be great. She does all sorts of stuff. She's incredible. I definitely need to try and find it at some point. Ooh, that's unfortunate. The thrower there really struggling to get that ball picked up, and that's not what you want to be doing when you have elves breathing down your neck. Yikes. That's unlucky, but hopefully that's a little bit of the luck, a little bit of the bad luck out of their way. Let's see if I can find her now. Just gonna do my head in. Yeah, so Nyara's workshop. You just check out this picture. Look at that. That's her dressed as a human blitzer. Don't think you can see it too well. Yeah. Let's see if I can't copy the link and get that in the chat. Thank you very, very much. What was that? Beard G89. Excellent. Thank you for the follow. It doesn't look like he is. Dribble Snot is still out in the wings, but then he did only cost 10k. Ooh, that was Johnny Sins really struggling there. Really struggling. Manages to just about get the hit. There you go. There is a link to her Instagram. Check her out. Some incredible cosplays there. Absolutely fantastic work that she does. Do get that checked out. Give her a follow because she's really nice as well. Really friendly in the Blood Bowl community, which is rare to find someone friendly in the Blood Bowl community. Okay, so a little bit of a struggle from Johnny Sins there, but he managed to pull it back. Yeah, Dribble Snot not on the pitch, currently off the pitch. Okay, so we have a space opened up to start putting some pressure on. Mexican standoff there. Bomber's just off in the wings. He's enjoying watching the game at least. Hey, he's getting paid to watch some Blood Bowl. It sounds great. It is rare. It is rare. You know what? Yeah, I think the enthusiasm she has puts a lot of it puts me at shame. I can't even paint a miniature, never mind a whole costume and outfit for myself. All of us are friendly. Absolutely, Volhanshu. Absolutely. Thank you, little Yoshi. I meant the Facebook page. The Facebook page. Just whatever you do, don't mention RNGs, okay? There we go. Yeah. When it comes to RNGs, it's all maths to me, and I just can't be doing with that. So the elves have managed to reposition themselves, doing what they do best, getting out of the way of a lot of the trouble, and just poising themselves, getting themselves into position. Be interesting to see what they do. This little trio of Dark Elves here, right in the midst of the Orcs. It's a pretty scary place for them to be. Ripper runs down the pitch. Getting all up in Gertrude's grill. There she is. Look at that hair. Because she's worth it. Laurie Elf. Because she's worth it, you see. Yeah. Yeah, no more of those. I'm sorry. Lockdown locks. Yeah. We've all got a case of those. Here we go. Got a nice blitz coming in here from who I believe is number 2. It's a good shot there. Nice hit there from number 2. Mexican standoff. She's not standing anymore. Absolutely. Laurie Elf. Absolutely. Nice. Okay, the orcs really gathering around these elves here. We've got Hot Pot Harry and Gertrude Gutrip. Hot Pot Harry's in a hot mess with these orcs surrounding him. It is. I wonder what a collection of orcs is. Is it a gaggle of orcs? Thank you very much for the follow, Zoot Suit Jeff. Thank you very much for joining us. Great to have you with us. The green wall is moving indeed. Indeed. A murder of orcs. I like that. But is it like crows? So with crows, if you only have 2 crows, it's only an attempted murder. I should say I'm going to be a dad soon, so I'm getting all of the jokes practiced. Ready to humiliate my son. So. Thank you very much, Zopra, for the follow. It's good to have you joining us. Thanks for getting involved in the chat as well. It's lovely to hear from you all. What would elves be? A flaunt of elves? Oh, a warg of orcs. I love that. Oh, thank you very much, Nocturum. A gork of orcs. Or a mork of orcs. A skip of elves. Ooh, nice hit there from Bim Bambino. Really struggling to deal out a lot of injuries to these orcs. They have got one. I think maybe actually 2. And one was Apoed. They've got 1 casualty here. A flounce of elves. Now, that's interesting you say a flounce of elves, right? Because I'm part of the Dune Siege posting group, and it's all about the flounce at the moment. Are you a part of that group too, Ek? Is that where that's coming from? Have you given the game away? A prance of elves, nice. No, you haven't heard of it. What a coincidence. Yeah, a flounce of elves, I like that. A ballet of elves, a prance of elves. Yeah. A flounce of elves. It's just a push there from Mr. Clean Jr. He's trying to clean up the opposition. Shawas, thank you very much for the follow. It's nice to have you join us. Oh, the end of streaming. Yeah. A cheat of elves. Oh no, that's got to be goblins. A cheat of goblins. What group? The Dune Siege posting group. Yeah. Ooh. Risky by Hot Pot Harry there. Just manages to sneak out of the grip of those orcs. Runs into the center field. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm doing a PhD. The kind of end of PhD exam, the Viva, didn't go particularly well, so I've got another year of that to do. And there's also teacher training potentially in the cards, and I have a little boy coming, so I don't know if I'll have enough time to breathe, never mind stream. But you know, my Monday nights are always going to be free for Blood Bowl, no matter what. It's just a push. A little bit of a thought there from number one. I think he was wondering if maybe she should try a little harder. Espresso Enthusiast giving a harsh cackle there at the attempts to knock him down by the Blackhawk, by the Blitzer. Whoa, Mr. Clean Jr. sent to the KO box. It's a nice little removal there. Got a blitz coming in. Thanks for the offer, little Yoshi. We'll have to do birthday suits together. I'm sure that'll draw in the crowd. Okay, the Orcs just having a think now about how they want to position their players. Undoubtedly they're going to move the cage up the field. Ripper swooping in to mark Wabi Sabi Wilson. No doubt when he saw that troll coming over the hill, his life flashed before his eyes. There you go, the Black Orcs moving up now. We have the cage reforming. Paul Jr. 27th of August. Ooh! That was a tough break. Tough break there. That was Johnny Sins really struggling again. So Johnny Sins has had a hard time against this team. Voice of Jericho, you play on a Monday night. Yeah, well, I ordinarily on a Monday I would run a tabletop Blood Bowl league in the heart of Birmingham City in the UK. But sadly, with everything that's going on at the moment, that's not possible. And I kind of sat on my laurels for a little bit, not really sure what to do. And my coaches have absolutely pulled it out of the bag and set up a league online. We play BB2 on the PC. It's absolutely fantastic. It's super chill, just like TRBBL, and the great games. I just started a new team with the Halflings. So, yeah. I tell you what, though, we don't do loot as nice as the Leicester Blood Bowl League. My word. Some of their stuff is absolutely superb. So the Elves reforming their defence, trying to halt the Orcish advance. Oh, right, yeah, I saw your comments, Ninja Man. You and Puggy both not very impressed. But look, hey, you know, I'm new to all of this halfling madness. You know, you could cut me some slack. Oh, bungee balls. Okay, so there's lots of people who want to have a word with me about my halfling playing. Oh dear. Maybe I don't know. Throwing the little guys a bit too much. Maybe, I don't know. It was really weird playing them. The trees were amazing. Anyway, If you want to watch that match, by the way, you can either watch that on my Twitch stream, or I have recently, or I will be soon uploading it to my YouTube channel. If you search Monkey Juice in YouTube, you'll be able to catch a lot of the games that I play, including the games I played with the Marham Tornadoes for TRBBL. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, ring the little notifications bell, and if you like the videos, leave a like as well. There you go, that's my plug. The plug is over. Oh yeah, Gabuz Gazareth. Yeah, well, you'll have to see on Monday. You'll have to check it out tomorrow. Yeah. Cedar Crown was the king in that match. Absolutely superb. Knocked it out of the park. I couldn't ask for a better opening set of blocks from the trees. Helia here. Is he going to move back? What is happening back here with Johnny Sins? Oh, we're going for the blitz. Johnny Sins, Hot Pot Harry is going for the blitz. It's just a push. That's a pretty daring blitz there. Just toying with the cage a little bit. Trying to make a nuisance of himself. Oh, I didn't know that, Bungee Balls. Well, I used to play a lot with Pug when I used to travel down to an ice dodge there by Helia the Journeyman. I used to travel across to Leicester Blood Bowl League. Played with Pug a lot. Yeah, he pitch cleared my Nurgle with his Ogre team. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. And I played against him, his halflings as well with Nurgle, and he was ruthless. So yeah, it was painful. So the Elves doing a good job of screening the Orcs and surrounding them, making moving forward a little bit difficult. Be interesting to see how they push through all of this. Oh, ye old Blood Bowl League night. Whereabouts is that, Voice of Jericho? Oh, and other Chris, by the way, it wasn't a 1 reroll Ogre team. Sorry to correct you, it was a 0 reroll Ogre team. And that was on the brilliant advice of Jimmy Fantastic. Yeah, that was an interesting season. First game, I had an Ogre die. So that's different. Is there more of an Orky drive than this? Smashing into all the players to the halfway line. I don't think it could be any more Orkish than it is. They're making their way, slowly but surely. Oh, the YouTube search doesn't work. Okay, I'll make sure to add a link. Thanks for that. Benny Beautiful, thank you for the follow. It's great to have you joining us. Thank you. No, I don't intend to cover myself in glory. I'll make sure to post a link in the chat, little Yoshi. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for making me aware of that. Base it up, guard, lock it. Yeah, good. Yeah, good point. Bungee Balls, I think that's what they're planning on doing. And going to hopefully try and remove some players, I imagine. That's what the Orc fans will be looking for. There we go, marking them up. Oh, thank you very much for that, Ninja Bread Man. Very much appreciated. I don't know why it's not changed it from Jimawamba yet, but there we go. Plagued Death Treble 6. What a name. Whew. What a name. It's great to have you joining us. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, a nice little hit there against Mexican Standoff. Mexican Standoff has been getting a hell of a beating this game. I don't know how he's still on this pitch. But he is a tough cookie. Some definite fortitude in that player there. Okay, so the Orcs gradually moving up the field. Yeah. Hi, Chunksar. Great to have you back. So the Orcs managed to recover the ball, and they've gotten to the halfway line, and they're now just trying to churn their way through this. What we've decided, I think I preferred was a flounce of elves. So, you know, a group of elves is now known as a flounce. So they're trying to smash their way through this flounce of elves. Yeah, and that's where we're at. A lot of green fists flying in to pale elf faces right now. Oh, excellent! Plague Death Treble 6 is a fellow TRBBL streamer. Fantastic! Oh, great to have you with us. There we go, a good shot by Bim Bambino. A fantastic shot by Bim Bambino. Really chipping away at this cage. That's number one stunned. There we go, the elves just having a look. Two dice on the ball. He wouldn't have been able to get to it, no. So he's just managed to stun number one, hitting that corner of the cage. Now deciding where he wants to finish his little run. Bim Bambino runs back, making a little bit of a screen on this left-hand side. That's okay, Bungee Balls. Oh, don't worry about it at all. Plague Death Treble 6. I'll definitely have to head over to your Twitch stream. If you wanted to put in a link to your Twitch stream, Plague Death, please do. I'll make sure to go and give you a follow. Don't forget, those of you who are watching, thanks to the support from the folks at TRBBL and a lot of those, and those of you who are also not in TRBBL, we've managed to become an affiliate. So if being a subscriber is something you wanted to do, you wanted to subscribe to the channel, that's something that you can do now. We already have a bunch of people who've been subscribing, and thank you ever so much to those of you who have done so. It's just really nice to have your support. Don't have to subscribe, it's great just to have you with us. It's really awesome to have you watching the stream and supporting it just by being here. But if there's something you wanted to do, then you can now, which is great. Okay, so it looks like that's going to be all for the elves. Just trying to put some pressure on the orcs. Ooh, Hot Pot Harry going for some more mad plays. Hot Pot Harry at the back here is just dancing around all the orcs like they don't even exist. Madness. He just snuck straight past that black orc. Wasn't phased at all. That sounds good, Plague Death. Definitely have to give it a look. Black Orc touchdown. That's your call, Bungee Balls. Well, only time will tell. Ooh, struggles a little bit to begin with. Manages to get a good hit on Johnny Sins. Ooh, it's a nice shot. That's their one hit gone. Well, there's the hit over here, I suppose. Against Mexican standoff again. Run a Black Orc down the pitch as a scoring threat, otherwise it's going nowhere. Yeah. Excellent. Would have a frenzy reroll there. Maybe. Overtime then kicks. Is that your prediction, Arctic Antarctic wins? Oh, right, no. That's what the tiebreaker is. Yeah. So we almost had that in the third place playoffs, and that's another game that I definitely recommend that you go and check out. Really good match there between the two big teams who just missed out on getting to these finals. Yeah, it was looking like it was going to go to kicks. Went to overtime, and it was sudden death. And I won't tell you who won that one. It was a fantastic match. Not Sure Yet versus Grubsnick's Boys. Great game. Go and check it out. Absolutely. Well worth a watch. It certainly is, Ninja Red Man, the final of the underdogs. 2 underdog teams who managed to overcome insurmountable odds and get themselves into the finals. This team, Orc Bash Man with Pipe, I'm pretty sure this is their first season. They were the wild card for the playoffs, and they have just done incredibly. It's been a really inspirational story following these teams as they have risen to the heights of glory. You know, even with Heartbreakers-Lifetakers got absolutely annihilated before their semi-finals match, and they were almost 500,000 team value down. Managed to get a few inducements, and the inducements helped no end, and they managed to just scrape the win. Really close game. If you haven't had a chance to catch those semi-finals games, I've got both those matches on the Twitch channel, and also on the YouTube channel that was kindly linked earlier in the chat, and do go and check those out. Really good games to watch. It was real edge of your seat stuff. Great Blood Bowl. That's right, Zopra. Eldril did absolutely nothing. Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that one. Eldril was hopeless. But that was the incredible thing. Spent loads of money on Eldril. Eldril was absolutely terrible. And then, boom, smashes it. Despite Eldril being awful. Eldril managed to come away with the MVP as well. I'm thinking that was a clause in his contract for that game, that the only way he would play was if he came away with most valuable player, despite having contributed the least. But yeah, go and check out those games. Honestly, really, really good games. Well worth watching. Well worth watching. I'm not just saying that because they're on my stream. They're genuinely good. Yeah. Not very often you get proper nail biters. Ugh, yeah. Ugh the Troll. I love Ugh the Troll. He's an up-and-coming ripper. Definitely. I see that in his future. Just having a look at the chat here. The Orcs were in... Oh, they were in your division, were they, other Chris? Wow. Yeah, Pyro is very good with these Orcs. He knows what he's doing, you can tell. The Elves just trying to stop this cage from advancing. There's only a few turns left. I feel like they're going to make a lot of ground this turn if these Elves don't get away. But we'll see. You've got Hot Pot Harry just kind of hovering around at the back there like a vulture circling its prey. There he is, out in the back. I'm just wondering when he's going to swoop in. Okay. Interesting. Wabi Sabi Wilson and Kickboxing Unicorn both siding up to Ripper there. I wonder what's going on here. Are we going to see a blitz then from Bim Bambino? Oh, did you go for a little bit, little Yoshi? We missed you. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Mexican standoff struggling to get away from the player there. Manages to make it, just. What kind of a situation does that leave? the rest of these elves in. Hot Pot Harry racing around in the wide zone, lending a hand, and now we have Bim Bambino. Fancies a go against Ripper. Gets a good shot against Ripper there. Takes him down. Doesn't do him any harm. Okay. Espresso Enthusiast. Ooh, he struggles to get away. Does Johnny Sins. Hits the deck. That was no doubt thanks to number 3. Tripping up that Dark Elf there. Ouch. Okay, the Orcs have made it over the halfway line. Excellent. That's progress if I've ever seen it. At least try and sound like you mean it. Oh, we did. We did. Yeah, they make it over the halfway line. Can't imagine they're going to get very much further. That time is ticking down. Bit like watching dwarves. Yeah. Ooh, it's a good hit there. Oh, a fantastic hit by number 3. Nice. Wabi Sabi Wilson suffering there. Now there's this nice little gap here, but can the Orcs get round to filling it? That's the question. Ooh, it's a tough one. I think that looks like it's what they're going to try, unless the... Oh, I can't see them throwing it to him. Time to potato. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know, little Yoshi. Trying to tell Orcs that touchdowns win games. I don't think it computes. Are they going to be able to get players there? Ooh, cheeky. Hiding around there, number 2. Races out from behind Ripper. Here we go. Thrower races down the field with the ball. He's got to try that. He must. Makes one go for it. Got to try the next in here, surely. Really pushing himself to get down the field. He makes it. Oof. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well within scoring range. But the witch. She is terrifyingly close. As is Bim Bambino. Lovely number 12 running around, marking Hellier. Ooh, a lovely little sprint there by number 7. Number 7 sprinting down the field. Just a handful of players back here. More of the Black Orcs making their way around, marking those elves. It's just the witch. She's pretty scary. Gertrude there, or Gertrude. There we go. Black Orcs, the Orcs, all basing up the Dark Elves. Even the Dark Elves to have to make a lot of rolls. The only elf that's left free is the Witch. A lot of them can get away though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In Blodge we trust indeed. I did say before that tackle was going to be coming into this game, especially with the Blodge thrower. Which is funny because I did actually say that. but I didn't think it was going to come to actually being a part of this game. These pivotal skills. I've got 2 tackle players who are very close. Very close. In fact, looking at it, it wouldn't be much for Johnny Sins to just shove that player out of the way. We're about to find out. Oof, the Orcs under the posts with the ball. The end zone. Within a short sprint. Within reach. Victory. At the very tips of the Orc fingers. That's absolutely right, Westy Coast. The tacklers can get around. They can make a nuisance of themselves. They're just planning, I imagine. Planning the best course for attack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There she goes. Okay. Gertrude there marking up blitzer number 3. Interestingly, a blitz here. Whoa, nice. Just the push. She tries again. Just the push. Oh. Our thrower, number 9, managing to stay on his feet. Wow. Now what? Ooh. That's espresso enthusiast manages to swoop past the Blackhawks. Oh, that's unfortunate for Bim Bambino there. He's clearly a little bit shaken from the injury he had in the game before last. He's not really been playing up to the hype. He's got a couple of good hits, but it's not quite made it. It's going to be perhaps a little too easy to get this ball free, but we'll see. Ooh, it could be a close one. Yeah, well, if we were going to talk predictions, I feel like running up here, getting the hit and pushing him there. Don't follow up, move in here. Sorry, pushing the thrower down to here. No, pushing the thrower to there. And then, move that player in here, get another block, push the thrower to there, push his man out, gets the hit on the witch. Wouldn't be too difficult. Oh, good shot against Gertrude. Gertrude's got her damage back. Oh, no, it looks like a damage back is coming to haunt her. She's badly hurt. And it did. Injury, 9. And that's all they needed because of her back injury in a previous game. Oh, dear. Wow, her back came and the wrong time dealt her a pretty nasty blow. Okay. Interesting, the Garda moved in there, nice. It's just, ooh, no, it's not just Bim Bambino getting knocked to the ground there. He's lucky too, he also has the damage back. The question is, who's going to free up the throw? I suppose the thrower could just go for the blitz. Oh, we're going to go for a little block over here first. Just clashing heads. Here we go. Blitz from the thrower. Just gets the push. Shoves his player out the way. And races down into the end zone. Touchdown for Orc Bashman with pipe. Number 9, the thrower goes in, scores a touchdown. Incredible blitz. Shoved this player out the way. Races down the field. Straight into the end zone. Absolutely superb. Wow. There she is, the witch. Out for the count. Got an elf back. Just 2 turns for Mumbo Jambo to score for this to go into overtime. Wow, what a score. It was looking really hairy over here. The cage was moving up so slowly. They just managed to break through, find a gap, and capitalize on that. A little bit of sprinting from the thrower, and a lucky escape from a nasty blitz. And they managed to make it. Bim Bambino tried his hardest, did a great job, didn't quite make it. Two turns for L's easy mode. Yeah, pretty incredible. This, you know, the Orcs, just a 1-season team, managed to get through as a wild card. And what a team. And what a coach. It's not all over yet. Like little Yoshi says, very likely that the Elves will put up a good fight and may even get the score to level it out. We might be going into overtime. We'll have to see. There we go. The Orcs just trying to find their best defense. While they're setting up, I wonder if, cause sometimes you have, is there a Nuffles altar? That's what I want to know. There it is! There is a Nuffles altar. There is the altar. The altar to Nuffle. Amazing. Nuffle and Moracle football. Superb. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. Oh man, I want to make one now. I've seen some incredible Nuffle altars people have made for their tabletop leagues and like prizes and things like that. It's just a little thing like, you know, just getting like a bird box and putting a fake skull in there with some strictures on the side and melted cans. Oh man, they looked so good. Yeah, Nuffle's altar. The second season for the Elves. Wow, so both very new teams. Yeah. Chewy Nation there. So we've got Season 1 Orcs versus Season 2 Dark Elves. Amazing that they managed to beat the very experienced teams that were in the finals. Some incredible coaching from these two, Pyro and Mumbo Jumbo. I mean, it would be a pretty cool prize for NBBL, not gonna lie. But of course we have that horn. So I don't know, Nuffle's altar. Nuffle's altar would be pretty cool to go to the one who's cursed by Nuffle, I suppose. So for those of you who don't know, many of you might not do, at the end of our season we have an award that is the Cursed by Nuffle award that goes to the coach who got the fewest points in the league that season. And yeah, maybe I should make up a Nuffle's altar. They can get that. even then, the Curse of Enough will get that enormous spoon. There's a one of our coaches, Justin, bought this spoon that's about as tall as little Yoshi. It's huge. Oh, nice. Your own header in the Discord. Okay, so we're off. Ooh, that's going to help them. Lifetakers get an extra reroll. Kick isn't too deep. Looks like these two blitzers definitely fancy their chances. They're rearing and ready to go. Oh. Is this going to go to overtime? The spoon is huge. Absolutely, little Yoshi. He's trying to big you up. It's really big spoon, almost as big as you know. It's a nice pickup. Oh, we're going to see the handoff already. Wow, taking no chances. The ball's handed off. Bim Bambino catches that ball, and he is rapid. So when he sprints down the field, he means business. That's what we're going to see in a moment, I think. Interesting kickboxing unicorns just there. I would have thought he would want to be the other side so that we don't have to worry too much about Hot Pot Harry hitting the ground. But the ball is in the hands of Bim Bambino. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, Chris. Yeah, the crack in the frame. And I offered to get you a new one, and you said nope, because it's perfect. It just works. It makes perfect sense. Okay, there he goes. Bim Bambino racing down the pitch. Some amazing speed from that elf. Ooh, sneaky dodge there by Hot Pot Harry. Ooh, really pushing it. Looks like he was pretty exhausted with that last one. Manages to make it to support his teammate. It'll be interesting to see what comes next. Gedthrin has woken up. He's back. Gedthrin really didn't help the team in that first half. It's a good shot by Espresso Enthusiast. Definitely had his coffee this morning. That now frees up Wabi Sabi and Helia. Helia running across to occupy thrower number 9. Nice. Thank you very much for the follow, Dylan McDonald. Ooh, a nice cheeky blitz there. From Wabi Sabi, knocks his player down. I imagine he's going to want to mark this Blackheart. Nice. Cool. Okay, so the Orcs have a lot to pull off. This is a really tough one. Are they going to be able to stop the score? Ooh. It's going to be difficult. Could be going into overtime at this rate, folks. I imagine Pyro really wanted to wait and wait to get into a position where the elves wouldn't have much time. Just didn't have that chance. The elves put them under too much pressure. That's understandable. That would be pretty incredible, wouldn't it, Chunkstar? Okay. Ooh, it's a good hit there by number 8. Knocks his player down. He's going to have to come around here. I don't envy them, folks. I do not envy these players. Ripper racing up, well, back down the field for him, I suppose. Okay, just marking up some more players. Thank you very much for the subscription, Plague Death. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's great just having you here, but that's awesome to have you subscribe. Thank you. I hope you like the little subscribe cartoon. Picked that myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for 1 dice. Whoa. Or is it better to come around here, I wonder? I think that's probably what he's going to do. Oh, no! Struggling with the blitz there. Manages to sneak past. Oh, no! Oh, oh, he hits the ground. He didn't make it. Oh, it was so close. Oh. Oh, he tried. He tried. Bless him. Oh, what number is that? Number 3? Number 3 racing. It might be number 4. Racing down the field to try and get the hit there. Doesn't quite make it. It's too far for him to go. He's just slipped up a little bit after Johnny Sins. Oh, Johnny Sins almost failing to get away there. Manages to get what he needs. Pushes number 1 out of the way, which frees up our friend here. Oh, touchdown! Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. Bim Bambino making up for his lackluster performance earlier. Scores for the Dark Elves, and it looks like we're going to go into overtime. 1-1. It's 1 apiece, folks. It said that the game wasn't over, and that is a touchdown for the Dark Elves. Wow. Here we go. Whoa. That is tense. So we need to see who gets the coin toss. Who gets it? Ooh, the opposing team has won the toss. Nice. What did they choose? What did they choose? Ooh, Heartbreakers-Lifetakers chose to receive. Oh, that is interesting. So if I'm not mistaken, they are going to be going for another break as they try to compose themselves. So we're just going to have another ad break. We'll just do a short one this time. Be back in just a moment. I've got to go and refill my bottle. If you need to grab a drink, now's the time to do it. If you need to take a quick trip to the loo, go and do that now, and we'll see you very shortly. We'll see you just after this ad break. Okay, so we're back. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, Plague Death. My pleasure to entertain you. The Alpha Legion stuff. Is that 40k or 30k? The little mug in the bottom right corner, that is the jar. So subscriptions, follows, all that kind of thing collects in the jar. Just keeps track of how we're doing. We want to see this overflowing. Oh, both. Nice. Is there a 30k? Yes, Ninja Bread Man. Heresy, the Horus Heresy series that was brought out by Forge World. Yeah, it's 30k, so you can get all the original things. So I don't know. So you can get Alpha Legion, who aren't Chaos, for example. Well, they are Chaos. Well, they are Chaos, but it's like it's just during the Horus Heresy times. So it's 10,000 years in the past. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so what were World Eaters? White, weren't they? So white World Eaters rather than red ones and stuff like that. Yeah. Incredible. So, folks, you'll have seen that the clock's ticking down. That's fine. They've just paused it. We can't see that. I don't know if the ads even came up, if I'm honest. If the adverts came up or not. The order of the alpha males. The ads didn't come up. Huh. That's strange. Oh, well, they wouldn't for you because you're a subscriber. So the adverts only come up for people who aren't subscribed to the channel. Yeah, so you get to avoid... That's one of the perks of being a subscriber, is you get to avoid the adverts. I can also do little emote things. I have no idea how to do that. Oh, so you didn't see any either, Sauron. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe they're not working right now. Ah. Okay, that's fine. You got to avoid ads. I mean, that's a nice thing for anybody, right? To not have to sit and watch adverts. Okay. So the players, what tends to happen is they tend to have a break at the end of a half. And of course, they're going to have 3 halves now, so the heat is definitely on. And I don't know about you, but I am cooking. It is a hot evening tonight. Look how shiny my head is. Oh, just see myself in the webcam. I am glistening. Whoa. I'm honestly, I'm so warm. It is so hot in my house. I would open up the window, but this stupid dog across the way just won't stop barking. Keeps barking all the time. So yeah. Oh yeah, chance to admire the game shelf. I'm glad that you admire the game shelf, Gibbous Gazareth. Yeah. Yeah, we have more on the way as well. We've actually run out of space now. Yeah, gonna need bigger shelves. So interestingly, the orcs are setting up very deep. Very deep. Not wanting to let those blitzers through, I imagine. At least not so easily this time. Thank you, Zopra. Okay. The orcs trying to defend a little more cautiously this time. Understandable. Understandable. Bomber still hasn't made an appearance. Poor Bomber. Still off the pitch. But I'm sure he doesn't mind. He gets 10 grand just for spectating, which is nice for him. I didn't know. No, I didn't, Ninja Man. My wedding suit is wrapped up in the cupboard. No, this is my does anything suit. Just my generic black suit. Yeah, exactly. I'm wondering if I should turn the light off. It's making me shiny. 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 Oh man. I'd hate to be either of these coaches. A heck of a lot resting on what happens next. I am cooking as well. So the L's going pretty heavy on this side. Oh, the scales on his back. I wonder what all these little marks were. There's a little stitch there. I wonder what that was from. Look at these dark elves mean business. Look at that. Hatred in his eyes. What do you do with dark elves? You don't give them a skin for their eyes, you just leave them black. Like their souls. Johnny Sins and Bim Bambino in the wide zone. There are 3 men in the wide zone. That's going to have to change. I'm sure he knows that. Ooh. Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Ballista, yeah. Could have been. Probably right. Here we go. The ball is in the air. Okay. It just stays nice weather. Where the weather's nice, the ball scatters twice. There we go. Deep kick there, right at the backfield. Center of the pitch. Good kick. Yeah, not very entertaining. Oh! That was a little bit more entertaining though. 1100. No idea what number that. Oh, number 12. KO'd. Ooh, are we thinking about a power Apo? To keep him on the pitch? No. Okay. A good opening block for the Dark Elves there. Mexican standoff. Knocking out number 12. Espresso enthusiast racing up the field. That was what I was thinking, Ek. I was thinking that too. It'd be good to keep men on the pitch. Because even though the ball is all the way back there, it doesn't take a whole lot to get the ball down the field. Because what's that? The runner. Movement 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right up to here. Now he can hand off. And then running down the pitch is not Bim Bambino, is Johnny Sins. Followed closely by Hot Pot Harry. Mr. Clean Jr. Can all get down there. And of course Bim Bambino has a little bit of extra movement because he is rapid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. The elves have the speed. They are very agile too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Be interesting to see what happens next. Mr. Clean Jr. running down the field, occupying number 1 there. Yep, plagued death in agreement there about that Apo. Whoops. In the chat, if you have any questions you want to ask the coaches, after the game, the coaches should be joining me for a little Discord chat. Just going to have a post-game talk with them. Interesting he didn't go to... Wabi Sabi didn't go to pick up the ball there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Try and get those written down. We'll get those asked of the coaches in due course. Okay, Hot Pot Harry just having a wonder about where he wants to go. Here we go. Kickboxing Unicorn races to the back. Scoops up the ball. Not a problem. Runs back up the field just behind Wabi Sabi Wilson. Okay. Yeah, so questions related to Blood Bowl, Chris. Oh, my word. Voice of Jericho, very good. Did you think it was over? Because I did. Oh, wow! That's... Oh, ho, ho! Ouch! Mr. Clean Jr. Well, he won't be cleaning anything anymore. He is a goner. Oh, that's definitely not going to help the Dark Elves. Ouch. Oh, it's a good hit as well from number 3. Oof. Owie. Why they didn't push for the first half TD, okay. Ooh, Ripper is on fire. Oh, a great shot against Gedrin, the journeyman. He has taken a beating. A fractured leg. That might be the end of his career. That might be the end. I think he's only a journeyman. He's just stepped in because he was asked and given a big wad of cash. I don't know if he'll be wanting to come back, especially not after today's performance. Okay, ends the turn. The elves are surrounded. It's a really tough position for them. Is it the end of the road as far as scoring? Excellent questions. I'd have thought the Orcs would receive given the choice. Yeah, the choice went to... I won't be able to go up far enough. Choice went to the Heartbreakers. They chose to receive. They had the fans on their side. There we go. Fans were on their side. Helped out a lot. Risky dodges by the elves there, but they make it. Oof. He's going to go for that. Ooh, this is tense, folks. It's a good shot by Bim Bambino. Takes down number 3. Number 3 hits the deck. Bim Bambino freed up from all the Orcs. He's got the strength on his side. He's a tough lad. Just across, that's a Knuffles altar there that you can see. Here we go. Our runner racing down the pitch. Hands the ball over to Mexican standoff. Mexican standoff. Running down the field. Looking to get the throw. Doesn't matter if he pushes twice. He's not going to get any better than that. He's got to go for the throw. Goes for the throw. It's a good throw. Oh! He's struggling to catch the ball. Bim Bambino. The ball's slipping around in his hands. Is he going to make it? He does! Touchdown for the Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. Bim Bambino with the second score of the game. And that is going to be Heartbreakers-Lifetakers, the Season 5 champions of the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League. Congratulations to Mumbo Jambo. Commiserations, Pyro TJ. Brilliantly played there. Wow, wow, wow. What a match. Just about managing to get there. Really struggled with the catch. Whoa. Let's have a look. Number 1 getting the MVP. Totally deserved, I think. Johnny Sins gets the MVP for the Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. Some great plays by him. Really risky stuff. Didn't always work, but absolutely fantastic. There we have it, folks. 2-1 to Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. They suffered a death. That's sad to see, but I think that the Dark Elves will be quite happy trading a death for the win there. Thank you very much for the subscription, Ek. Really appreciate that. Let's just have a quick look at some of the statistics. We're going to go over to the coaches in just a moment. In fact, I'll get that running now while we have a look at these stats. So, Orc Bashman managed to keep the ball for the vast majority of that game. They did a really good job. Both teams getting passes off and successfully catching them. A huge number of blocks by Orc Bashman. 42 blocks there. Some serious running and passing by the Heartbreakers-Lifetakers. Let's have a look at the spread of SPPs. Nice spread there. Ripper managing to get himself some star player points as well. Not that he needs them. A good spread. Also, Bim Bambino really taking it away there. Orc Bashman is really even spread by the looks of things. Never feels that way when you're playing. And then a fairly even... Whoa, look at that. 44 sixes. Nice. Let's have a look. Plenty of dodges working out for them. They had some really hairy dodges in that game. And then, of course, we have our players here as well. With 91% of the go for it's working out. Managing to make all their catches. 80% injuries. Brilliant. So there we have it, folks. Let's have a quick look at the block dice. Lots of pals, a nice spread there for Orc Bashman, and pretty good spread for the elves too. So there we have it. Let's have a go. Take a look at our little chat here. See if our coaches are in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna go in to there. Which challenge you want for that? Okay. So while we're waiting for oh yeah, the ice cream question. I remember it well, Zopra. Yeah, so while we're waiting for them, just a quick announcement. So Orchids has messaged me, just wants me to let you all know that tonight, this is important, is the deadline for Season 6 sign-ups. So they'll still accept applications after that, but it'll be very dependent on the numbers. So if you want to secure yourself a place in Season 6, you must get your team made and make the admins aware tonight. If Ninja Bread Man, if you're still watching, or Orchids, if you want to put a link to the Discord chat or the Facebook page, whichever people need to get through to request that their team is added, then yeah, get that posted up, and make sure you try and get your teams in before the end of today. Okay, just arranging for the players to come and join us for the post-match chat.
Hello.
Hello. Here we go, both here. Hello, fellas.
Hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
I'll just.
Oh, thank you, Pyro. What a match. Jesus.
Yeah, that was really close.
My God.
It was.
My head would just explode. That was so freaking close.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Yeah.
You too. Well played. Thanks.
It was really intense. I mean, right from the off, we thought, oh, okay, things are being nice and tentative, things are going nice and slowly, and then seemingly out of the blue, Hot Pot Harry just races down the wide zone, and we're all thinking, whoa, you know, this is a ballsy play, and then that was it. From that point on, it was all up in the air. I think a lot of us were thinking, well, this is going to be a fairly steady and slow game, very sensible. You know, we're going to see things done nice and steady, and then boom, out of nowhere, bedlam ensued, and it was just like all the matches that we've had before. It was craziness. So amazing match. Congratulations, Mumbo Jumbo. That was really close, and commiserations, Pyro, but well played to the both of you. Some fantastic Blood Bowl from the two of you. You've really demonstrated the caliber for Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League. Yeah, we've got some questions coming in from other people. First things first, Mumbo Jumbo, how do you feel after that game?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It was first half was like once I had this casualty on the lineman, I thought, okay, this is a good start. I can work from here. But then I mean, I was nervous like crazy, and I made this huge mistake to open up my ball carrier to Pyro, which ended up with him having the ball, and from there on I thought, yeah, okay, he's going to make the 1-0, and then I really gonna have a problem, because this is my offense, and I need to do something. Gladly I could manage to play more or less good defense, and the rest was, I mean, I was the rest of the game I was just hoping and waiting for him to make any mistake, which didn't happen at all. He played so well, And then there was this one situation in the second half where he left me the 2-die blitz on the ball carrier, which didn't work.
Even with the
and
reroll.
even with the reroll, yeah. And that's where I basically, my head said that's it, good game, you're out. But my heart said, man, this game has some turns left. Give it your best. It's one in a lifetime chance. Just hang in there. And yeah, paid out.
Yeah, amazing. How about you, Pyro? How do you feel after that match?
Yeah, pretty good. No, I mean, I don't think I. It was a fun one, certainly, which is the most important thing. But yeah, it was quite intense. So now thinking back, you're like, oh, did I make any big mistakes or something? I mean, there was, like you said, there was the shot on my orc carrier, like turn, I don't know what it was, 13, 14. And but that was one of those where there was an opening, and I kind of had to push because it was either going to be 0-0 going to overtime, 1-0, or 1-1 going to overtime. And I thought, well, 0-0 going to overtime. I'd already decided earlier in that half. I didn't, because I hadn't made a lot of casualties onto the elves. I wanted to not wait for overtime. I was going to try and win it in normal time. So I made the push, and I thought, well, eventually you just have to hope the elves fail some dodges, right? Which didn't happen, but luckily he didn't knock the carrier down. And then I had a decision whether or not to stall for turn 16 or score turn 15. And that, I think, looking back, I don't know if I made the right decision. I mean, it was. Sometimes I like to think it's better to have the bird in the hand, as it were. And so I scored. And I thought, well, we'll try the 2-turn defense and make him roll the dice rather than stall, have him dive into the cage with a 5+ or something, pop the ball out, and let's go to overtime anyway.
Yeah, and we saw Hot Pot Harry try that earlier on with the crazy play. Well, one or two times.
Reroll, it's not such a long odds, especially with that strength 4. It's a real pain.
So I'll just go through some of the questions. There've been some great questions coming in from the chat. So one of them was, we mentioned about it before, about Hot Pot Harry being isolated in that third turn. One of the questions was, did you think at that moment, Mumbo Jumbo, well, this is it, it's over?
Yeah, so every time, I think it was when I tried the 5+ dodge in the cage. Was it that situation?
So at the very beginning, so when the ball, you went down to the side and the ball was lost, did you think, there we go, that's the final, it's done?
Not just yet, because you always have some kind of options with elves, even when you're getting sacked or something. But I mean, he has 4 really good blitzers, and they are pretty mobile. That's why orcs are pretty good, I think, in my opinion. And yeah, I just try to don't lose hope and get something out of this situation. But yeah, it just got worse, to be honest. So yeah.
And the question as well was why in that first half, this is for you, Pyro, why in that first half didn't you push for the touchdown? So when you'd recovered the ball in about turn 4, you got to about midfield and then held off. So one of the coaches watching wondered, how come you didn't push for that touchdown?
Yeah, so I mean, one thing I've got to say about Mumbo's play is his screening and defense is really good with the elves. Really, really good. Like he blocks off a huge chunk of the pitch, and that's why when I got that one shot where there was only one elf kind of guarding a hole, and I pushed through it into the turn 14-15, because that was the only one I'd seen. It was the only real nice chance.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to kind of, and because he had these, the 2 strength 4 blitzers, and he'd already shown he was willing to dive into a cage, and he had one player still deep in my half. What I didn't want to do was push to score and have him pop the ball out and score back on me anyway. It was better, I thought it was better to go 0-0 into half-time. He's effectively lost his drive, and then it's for me to dominate in the second half and try and remove a number of elves and play it that way. So I was focusing. That's why you saw me fouling the strength 4 niggle player. Really trying to rather than keep the ball safe as possible, and then just work try and work on the Dark Elves and remove a few. Was my focus basically for those later turns. Once the screen was back in front of me, so I did run 5-6 squares straight away as soon as I got the ball. But then the elves mostly got back in front of me, and I thought I didn't want to overstretch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's that really is what happened. You did end up dominating that second half, pushing, and then, like you say, getting that breakthrough, which was something we were wondering when that was going to happen, because it was starting to and I think you're absolutely right. The Dark Elf defense. I mean, Mumbo Jumbo, you're amazing with the Dark Elf defense in that game. Because even when it seemed like there's a gap here that's surely going to open, and then boom, in would a Dark Elf come and just plug it immediately and just fill that space. So yeah, no, I think that's fair with the touchdown. What are the other ones? Yeah, so another question for you, Pyro. What happened to Bomber Dribble Snot?
Oh yeah, so he's, I mean, because I had the altar, right? He only cost me 10k.
Yeah.
And it was like, I've got 10k left. All right, fine, let's get Bomber. Because one, if the casualties go nuts, he's an extra player. Two, if something happens crazy in the first half, maybe I can do a one turn with him and throw him. I actually wanted to set him up on defense on that last overtime, because I thought, well, if we end up in a similar situation where I can't get to the ball very easily, I can chuck a bomb. So I mean, that's why it was most of the game I was leaving him in case I needed one turn or just as an extra body. I didn't want to put him on for because most of the advantage is the armor 9, meaning I can try and stand up and have more players on the pitch. So at that point, he would have been a weak point, and he'd probably blow himself up anyway. But for 10, I thought, well, I'll just pick him up, and if the situation arises where I want to try a one turn throw in a goblin, I've got him.
Yeah, that's true. I'd completely forgotten that he had right stuff. Yeah, I totally forgot that. Excellent. Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, we saw the Knuffles altar, and we knew that he would have been cheap. But like you say, the likelihood is that he just blows himself up anyway. He's a bit of a glass cannon in that regard. So, another question, and again, this goes to Pyro, was some of the coaches were wondering why you didn't choose to Apothecary the player who's knocked out in overtime.
Because I was hoping, so I mean, the situation where I managed to pounce onto the 2 strength 4s and try and lock them down, and I thought, well, if he'd KO'd one of the 4 blitzers, I'd have appoed it straight away.
Yeah.
But I thought a lineman who is now going to be stunned, therefore not going to be back in for at least 2 turns, isn't going to save this game from me. It's either I stop him here and maybe I use the Apo to save a KO on turn, I don't know, 20 or something like that, where it really matters and I need those players. But that lineman wasn't going to save the game.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's fair. Thanks, by the way, to Chicken Hank for the follow just now. A question for you, Mumbo, is Zopra wants to know, what would you have done if the pass catch had gone into the fans? Because for him, his heart had stopped.
I mean, it was the same here. I was like, this just had to work. This just had to work. If that had gone off trail, I would have been screwed. No chance to recover from that. Yeah. So.
It was. It looked like a sure thing. The pass was great, and then we saw Bim Bambino really struggling with the ball. Yeah.
But Bim Bambino, I know this guy. Like he's based on my brother Bino.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to him. I had the feeling it's not like I had another option, but I had the feeling this is it. This has to work.
Oh, well, that's good. That was going to be my other question, was where the name Bim Bambino came from, but now we know.
Yeah, it's my little brother. When I first created the team, I was like, we called him that when he was a kid, so Bim Bambino. Why not?
Absolutely. And of course, I have to ask, Mumbo, what is your favourite flavour of ice cream again?
What did I say last time? Bubblegum?
Yeah.
I have to correct myself now. It's and the guys, shout out to my tabletop guys. Thanks for the support. I have to correct myself to say Smurf.
Smurf. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they want to hear.
Yeah, I think it was one of them who asked. Yeah, oh, that's it. Yeah, it was Zopra who wanted to know.
Exactly.
And how about you, Mumbo? Favorite flavor of ice cream?
You mean Pyro?
Sorry, Pyro. Pyro.
I don't know. I guess favorite flavor. Can you say gelato is probably nicer than ice cream? But I just had some Ben and Jerry's brownie stuff today. That was quite nice.
Oh, okay. Very,
Sounds
very
good.
flash. And then, are you going to be taking both teams into season 6? By the way, is the plan to carry the teams on?
I logged in the Heartbreakers,
Yeah.
but yeah. Actually, I don't know if I can take it back and sign up a new team. I don't know if I want to. Not yet. Not right after this match. I have to think about this.
Yeah. And how about you, Pyro? Are you going to take the Orcs into next season?
Yeah, I mean, I signed them up for season 6 a while back, and then it was basically
Nice.
the only reason I wouldn't was if they absolutely died in playoffs. No, I've had a lot of fun with them. You know, they've developed pretty quickly to say that they're only one season old.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And
the Dark Elves, they're only 2 seasons in. Am I right in thinking that, or is it 3? Because that was the other amazing thing about these teams, is that they, compared to a lot of teams who are really quite inexperienced, have managed to, get to this stage. I mean, to get to the finals is amazing. Of course, the Orc Bashman with Pipe managed to get to the finals after just 1 season. And both of your teams, and it's a credit to you as coaches, managed to overcome what seemed like impossible odds against your opponents in the semis. So yeah, it was really quite amazing that the teams, having only been playing for a relatively short time, managed to develop such brilliant players. It was really great.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd season now for
third
the
season.
Heartbreakers. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Ninja Radman said. Yeah. So excellent. Well, we'll end on one last question, which is, what would you rather go up against? Would you rather go against 100? So we'll ask you first, Pyro. Would you rather go up against 100 Noblar-sized Rippers or 1 Ripper-sized Noblar?
I think the Ripper-sized Noblar, because it would be so stupid that you'd probably be able to get away from it, whereas 100 tiny Rippers would rip you to pieces.
Would ripper you to pieces. How
Yeah,
about
I'm
you,
totally
Mumbo?
with Pyro on this one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There we have it. So it is absolutely 1 ripper-sized Noblar. It's a fact. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining me, folks. Congratulations once again to Mumbo. Commiserations, Pyro. But well done to the 2 of you for doing an incredible job of getting to the finals and, like I say, overcoming what seemed to be insurmountable odds against your teams that you face in the semis. And well done as well for putting on such a fantastic show. You've done a great job as coaches in giving us some brilliant Blood Bowl right from the off. So big thank you, big well done, and look forward to seeing the teams in season 6.
Thanks, and thanks for casting.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much. Very cool.
Thanks to TRBBL for being it's a really fun league. So I've really enjoyed it.
Yes, and don't forget, if you want to join in with TRBBL, tonight is the deadline for the Season 6 sign-ups, so make sure you get those in. There is a link in the chat a little bit further up. Do go and check that out. Alright, take care for now, fellas.
Thanks. Have a nice one.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Bye. There we go. There we have it. Okay, so... oh, excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a raid on your channel, Plague Death. For now, thank you so much for following. Thanks to all of you who subscribed. It's been an absolute pleasure covering these playoffs. I can't wait to do the next lot if they'll let me. And do check out the matches that I am doing on a Monday night. And also, you can have a look on my Twitch page and on my YouTube channel to see the matches I'm playing for TRBBL. I can't promise that they'll be as exciting as these were, or nearly as tactful and well coached as Pyro and Mumbo, who've done just such a fantastic job. It's been a pleasure and a joy to watch them. But thank you ever so much for joining me. A big thank you to the folks over at TRBBL, particularly Ninja Bedman and Orchid Orchids, for letting me do this and have the opportunity to stream for you. And yeah, big thank you. I'll catch you next time, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I think now I'm going to try out, we'll see if it works or not, raiding. We're going to head over to Plague Death's channel and check that out. But again, big thank you to all of you, and I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow night. Take care, folks. Oh yeah, no, it didn't work. Try again. There we go. Okay, here we go, folks. Thanks again for watching. See ya.